Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Man, it has been such a long process making this project, doing this project. And this is the final stream of it, where we're going to be animating Donkey Kong. And I gotta say, I wasn't... What was it? I wasn't really pumped about doing this piece. It took some time to do a little research, to dive into it a little bit more, have a better understanding. And now we're at that point where we get to put all the animations, and I don't have to do it by hand. And what I'm actually doing is I'm pulling animations from Mixamo. Now we had that Donkey Kong model, which we were using before, and I updated some assets to make it a little bit more cartoonish, a little smoother than it was. It looks great, and yeah, it's man, the eyes stick to it, all the movements. And so basically what's happening is we put together an FBX of Donkey Kong and we uploaded it to Mixamo. And Mixamo happens to have a character set called Mutant, which basically has the same kind of like brute qualities that, a 600, 700, 800 pound gorilla would have, right? Especially made with his like wide open stances, and we can control different parts of the movement from the preset. Like Buff Baby Bob, welcome back to the show. Man, people are just starting to pop in. This is great. I'm excited for this. This is going to be a good episode. This is like the final episode of the Donkey Kong video, because after this it has to go to rendering, and we have 3 hours of doing this. So or we're at least doing this till 9 o'clock. It's 6:45. So everybody, welcome in. Welcome Penguin, welcome Fuego Hustler, welcome Buff Baby Bob. We are streaming on several different platforms, including Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, Daily Motion, DLive. Yeah, so we're here, and we are looking at all the animations. And actually I've done a little bit of pre-work. I sat down and I went through the animations, and I already decided on the ones that I wanted to use, and that's Mutant Roaring, Mutant Flex Punch, Mutant Swing, and Mutant Idle. And after uploading the model, the DK model, Donkey Kong model, to Mixamo, it basically rigs it for us. We already did the rigging, so it was able to process it a lot more efficiently and a lot faster than what we currently had, or what we previously had. And now we have these animation sets. And today we're going to be going in, and I'm actually going to remove all of this. And before I forget, we also need to download a T-pose. So let's go ahead and get our T-pose. And so I'm just going to go T-pose. And this will basically, there's our T-pose. And that'll be the very last download set. And for this project, we're doing 30 frames a second. We're doing with skin. We're doing no keyframe reduction. And we're downloading as a FBX. That's actually the platform. That's actually the file type that we uploaded initially right out of C40. And it does just take a moment. And once we have it, you can grab it. I'm going to cut, throw it into my animations folder. And what I can do now is we're gonna do this in two separate parts. So I'm going to do all my animation in one C4D file using the models that we have. And then I'm going to basically group the ground all together. And then when we import it into the main file, we will delete the other Donkey Kong video or Donkey Kong 3D model and any, you know, animations that we had, and it'll all be set. And we know where to put the placements for the different animations because we did our previs, right? Previs is really, really important. And I do feel like this was a element that I was kind of lacking in terms of bringing in character animation into scenes. That's why you have a lot of things like the Pac-Man and Mario and even like Journey VR, they lack character animation. And I think by me taking the time to dive into Mixamo and figure out this process, we'll be able to create some more interesting pieces later on. Also, if you guys have any questions about what I'm doing along the way, or you guys want me to clarify anything, go ahead and leave a comment and I will stop and I will check it out for you guys. So the first thing we're going to do is, this is our platform, and I'm actually going to put down a plane just so we can see everything. And I'm going to just kind of leave it there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go to merge. And this is all the presets. Here are the animations. And we're going to bring in our T-pose. And we're just going to use the standard FBX 2017 import settings. Oh man, that got really small, didn't it? Oh, why is it black? That's interesting. Here, let's just go into the DK. We'll go to textures. And we'll just grab it really quick. And there we go. Now, once we have this, what we can do is we're going to grab all the subsurfaces, the DK, the body eye, and we are going to group it. So where's group objects? And I'm going to rename this as T-pose. And from here, what I can do is I can grab it and I can go to animation and I can create a motion movie clip. And for the T-pose, I'm actually going to remove included animation from original object. And so that's what I'm doing. Great. And the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to merge, say like mutant flexing muscles, go through that whole process again. It's going to take a moment. And it looks like I'm probably going to have to do this every single time. It looks like. Which is fine. There aren't that many. It's just a little annoying. Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and group those. And then I'm going to actually turn those off. And this way, I won't get lost with all the different animations, right? And Donkey Kong looks beastly, dude. But if I had it showing, what it's going to do is it's going to start going through the animations as I play it, right? That's a little slow, but it's the animations, really smooth. Okay. So, from here, I'm gonna, this is flex on him. The flex on him animation. And I'm going to hide it. Let's bring in a couple of the other ones. Mutant Idol. Actually, I can just do a quick replacement. And group them again. Hide them. This is the idle. We're basically just kind of prepping all of our movements. This is the mutant running or jumping. I don't know what's having such an issue with those eyes. Yeah, we'll group objects. This is jump. We'll hide it again. Let's do another merge. We're on punch. And I basically got this one because of the barrel tossing. Let's go ahead and group. Punch. Let's go ahead and I think we have roaring and swinging. I do feel like we have too many skins, so we're gonna take a moment and clean some stuff up. Punch, swing, and we'll merge our last one. Oh, that was roaring, so this is swing. Swing, and this is roar. Cool. And let's go ahead and take a moment. We're gonna go through and just kind of fix everything. So let's dive into it. So we want one body and one eye for everything. One eye, one body tag, one eye, one body tag, one eye, one body tag, just a couple more to do. One eye. One body tag. Two more to do. Flex on them. Guys, talk to me. How's your day going? I want to know what you guys are up to. If you guys are actually creating any like NFTs or anything. Cool. And now that we have all of our animations, they're all tied to a single body and a single eye texture, what we can do is start turning them into animation sequences that we can put into a timeline together. Oh, my neck's a little stiff. I got the COVID shot yesterday, or the vaccine. So my whole like right arm is just, it doesn't hurt, it's just stiff. Like my arm is swollen, so it's having trouble like moving and stuff. But one shot down, and I hear the second one is what makes you super sick. Let's see. Oh, congrats on your puppy having puppies. Your dog having puppies. That's awesome. Your day is going good. Buff Baby Bob. That's awesome to hear. Panda, great to hear your dog is doing okay and they're having puppies. We love dogs in this house. We think they're idiots, but you know, they're lovable idiots, right? You can hear mine in the background. So the next thing we got to do is start turning these into animation sequences. And so we just start add motion clip, create motion clip, cool. What we're gonna do is animate, add to motion clip. Just gotta go through the settings. And I gotta turn on that one. And this is going to be really cool. I think you guys are going to enjoy this piece. This, the next step that we have to go do. And again, if you guys have any questions, please, like, this is here for your benefit to learn. It's not just mine. So it's me sitting here teaching you guys while I'm actively working on a project. So it's a two-way street. Hopefully I'm teaching you guys something and you guys are learning something while it's divvying out time for me to specifically work on 360 projects like these. So as we sit here and we take a look at Mr. Donkey Kong, the next thing we can do is if we hit the motion, what do we call it? The motion clip. We can open in the timeline, and here is, you know, let's do, we want the T-pose. Always do the T-pose. Automatic, open in timeline. So we have our T-pose, right? But say I want it to be flex on them, and I can just drop it in as part of the sequence, right? Now if I hit play, it'll just jump right into it. But you know what? I don't want it to be instant T-pose, so I'm gonna stop it for a sec, because that weird jump, right? Gonna give it a couple of frames to go into it. Now that the two sequences are overlapping each other, we have our Donkey Kong and we have our, here. So we have our Kong and we have our flex on him. So if we go back to 1, and it's now gradual. Like there's a couple of frames of animation of Kong going in, and that's still really fast. That is just super fast. So maybe we should have done like 15 frames of animation, I think. But that's essentially what it is. So it's two timelines of animation that are pre-sequenced, sitting on top of each other, and the overlap is what signifies what one movement should be turning into the other. And that's how you get fluid animation if you give it enough keyframes. But what happens when we're done and we go past your animation, it will go right back to the T-pose. So say one of your animation clips is only 100 frames of animation, and your original T-pose that you're doing the animation on top of is, 10. So as soon as you go past, 210, it's going to go right back to T-pose because that was the original pose. And the way to basically continuously add animation throughout everything is to add more clips, right? So, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing today. Now, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to go to options, and I am going to go to configure, and I can go to back, and I can grab our reference video that we've been using for this entire project. So reference, reference 2, I believe was the last one we had. And all we got to do now is, man, this is so small. I have a feeling our animations are going to be too small for everything. So why don't we try to put all of these inside of a group and see what happens. Group object. And what we can do is scale. See if scaling everything. And this might just be absolutely terrible. Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna look at this. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll do our animations, right? We'll do our animations. And from there, we'll bring it into the next video. You see the way? God, that's awesome. Oh, by the way, if you guys are enjoying this video and you guys are learning something new, please hit the like button. It helps me out. It helps the channel out. And it lets me know that this is the sort of content you guys want me to do more of. And I take my streaming responsibilities very seriously. And also, we probably could use a new sponsor. So if anybody knows anybody that wants to sponsor the stream, specifically somebody, who makes computers maybe, hit me up. Hit me up. Man, my whole right side is still stiff. Well, thank you for liking the layout. When we start our next project, I am definitely going to update it. I'm not sure how I'm going to update it or what I'm going to do to it, but it will get updated. So we're going to take a look at the configuration for this panel. Display options, configure, go to the back, and what happens if we just 1/10 it? We will have to resize everything. And I think it'll have to be like, we'll have to ungroup everything, size it, and then regroup. Animations. I can spell, I promise. Okay, so let's get our timeline back up here. Okay, so I think we're just gonna sit down with the idle at the very beginning. And hold on. So as we start playing through, we're going to see the animations play, right? There we go. Let's keep the T-pose. You could probably scale it down to 200 frames. Just kind of like, call me out, warriors! You know? And he's just kicking it. And need 1,000 frames of animation. And we're not going to be moving it off. I mean, like, we have all the barrels and stuff. We need him to just kind of be stationary the entire time for this rendition. So actually I'm going to bring this over my other panel just so I can have a better look at it. And okay, so we need some jumps in here. So at what point does he jump for the first time? Okay, so at 200, it looks like that's when the first jump is. So at 200, give it a few frames so it can jump into it. Now if we go into the view, the viewfinder, we can take a look. Awesome. First jump done. And it seems like it's just motion sequence into motion sequence. And he jumps a bunch of times, right? So we just need to make sure that his jumps correlate with what we have in the previs. Okay, so let's start back at 1. Let's take it back from the top. Let's see how he's doing. And this is just basically the loadout for the start of the video. There's about 200 frames, which is about 6 seconds. He's calling people out. Cool. Gonna reposition him just a little bit. Kinda slow, but that's okay. Alright, we need to move this a little bit more. First animation. So it has the height. You might need to speed this up a little bit. Yeah, the animations need to be a little bit faster. So I'm actually going to reposition some of these and make them stick. And this really needs to be idle. So if we go back to, all the way back to 1. Source idle. How long is he idling for? Okay, 200. That's when he's like mid-jump, right? So let's add a jump. And we'll kind of blend the two. So the middle of the jump is... Let's try to find the jump. Okay, so... Okay, that should be the center. Couple frames of overlap. Cool. And let's go ahead and figure out our next. Okay, so that needs to be the next jump. And it looks like we're going to have to speed some stuff up. All right, let's take a look at how our animations are looking for the first couple. All right, we start with our T-pose. We go into it. I'm gonna delete the first frame anyway. Okay. He's just being Donkey Kong. What's going on, Kong? You jumping? Yeah. His feet probably are going to go through the metal a little bit, the platform that he's standing on, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. Okay, it's all about little adjustments. Right? So say he jumps twice. And this just knocks stuff down. And from here, he's going to do his source punch, right? Cool. Or do we want to check out the swing? Here, let's check out the punch, see how that looks. Jumps up, jumps down, throws that first barrel. Cool. All right. We are doing good, guys. We are doing fine. I hope everybody's having a great day. Hope everybody is enjoying their Friday. Oh, that's why. Wait, I know we're on YouTube, right? Because we're getting messages. That's interesting. Looks like we're not on a couple of things. Sorry, let me just reconnect Twitch really quick. That's interesting. Interesting. I cannot believe that we weren't on Twitch. That's an issue. 1, 5, 3, 9. Here, let's make sure that Twitch is part of our stream. Authorize. Can't believe it was disconnected. That's so weird. On our final episode for this project. That is so crazy. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Man, I cannot believe that. Wait, does Restream just do 2 streams now? Well, that's crazy. If anybody knows, be sure to tell me. Could you tell me? Could you tell me? All right, so. And then we gotta go back to idle. So, flex on them. So basically, we're going to have idle. Whenever we don't have him throwing a barrel at this point. And that's essentially like 700 frames, right? I think swing will be good. Basically just need him to have the movement to make the barrel go, right? So, at what point does he throw the barrel? Cool. So he goes in, throws the barrel. Tosses the barrel. Wait, how many barrels is that? Is that 2? Yeah, so unlike the video game, the barrels are there literally the whole time, right? I do feel like we need some music. We need some music, guys. What do you think? Put a little background music on, right? We're gonna pull up our Polygon artists. Little desktop ambiance. Cool. Cool. And does he do it right out? Does he do it again? He just kind of stands there for a second, which is great for us. Until when does he stop doing the idle? Okay, he just kind of sits there for a little while, right? How long till he does his next action? Man, I didn't realize Donkey Kong just doesn't move for that long. You think it would have been a lot longer. Okay, there we go. So he does this. So let's put in an idle. Let it 53, so 43. Let it be 10 frames, right? And now we need to shrink the sides. Just a little. And we'll do the punch again. And we gotta make sure it lines up, right? So I was looking at this character, this streamer called Code Miku. I think is really fascinating. She's basically doing what Topher and I were doing in Glitched probably 2 years ago. And that got me thinking we should probably revamp everything and do it again. I would love to like be my digital self, like in a digital suit all the time. I think that would be really fun. Alright, so let's make sure that this... There is a lot of just aligning, and unfortunately this computer is dying a little bit. Alright, let's... This is his idle pose. So let's let it play through the idle. Alright. Also, shout out to like everybody who's just kind of hanging out right now watching this. You guys are amazing. I would love to hear from you, just to know that, you know, the chat's more alive. So if you're here and you're watching, just say hey. So I can, you know, shout you guys out. Say hello. I do think from this point on, I'm probably going to be doing a little bit more, like daily renders in the form of YouTube Shorts. I think there's a lot of added value to that right now. And right now I'm just cycling through my old head videos and reposting them as shorts. So, perfect. There we go. Look at that. So right after that, we got to go back to the idle. Toss it up. And we got to figure out where the next one is. Just waiting for Kong to move. Waiting for the Kong to move. Waiting for the Kong to move. I got an arm that I'm going to put my mic on, but I'm waiting for a adapter for my Yeti mic. That way it can, like, I'll be armed. Sorry, that was corny. That was corny. But that's okay. Sometimes the corny stuff is the best stuff. All right, after we're done putting in these, we'll go to the viewer and take a look at the actual model and not the front portion. Okay. So we need source punch. Cool. And then we go right back to idle. Let it overlap just a little, and we're gonna do some adjustments in the viewer once it looks better. Anybody doing anything fun this weekend? I'm going to a birthday party with a bunch of people I haven't seen in like forever. They like rented out a skating rink, so I'm really excited about that. And hopefully, you know, everyone's still gonna be like masked up, just, you know, doing things in public but masked. It's like, it'll be interesting. I should probably call them by adding a +1 and bringing Topher. Let's see how it plays out. Where are you gonna land? Where's your next barrel, buddy? And actually, if I zoom out, I can kind of see where. Oh, this is where Jumpman is climbing. He's just climbing. Climbing. I do feel like when you're streaming and there's not a lot of people in the chat on certain days, that just being able to talk to yourself is a wonderful skill to have. Luckily, I'm ADD enough that I can just continue to talk to myself and it'll seem like I'm talking to a room full of people. There we go. There we go. All right. So let's get the punch in there. And let's see if we can. Okay, there we go. And then let's see where it goes from there. Okay, throws the barrels. We just need the movement of him like hitting the barrel so one like starts rolling down. And then it's right back to idle. Idle pose. Oh, he's doing the Kong chest pound. We are doing animation work. Bop, 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 bop. Cool. All right, and the punch again. Need to overlap a little bit. And of course we're gonna have to do our so we're gonna have a stack of barrels, but it's going to be off, right? Cool. It looks right. Like, my computer is dying. I have a new one coming in like 3-4 days. A new Alienware laptop. And the streams should be a lot faster right after that. This is punch, and this is back to idle, right? I feel like it should be a different section of the idle. All right, waiting for that. This is a little bit repetitive, so it's like not the most exciting thing in the world, but I think that's okay. There is value in learning patience, my friends. I'm gonna add 15. We were at like 800, right? Okay, so where are we in everything? Oh, is that the idle source? Okay, so idle source. Are both of these idle? I think we're gonna have to go back a little bit. Idle. 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 Oh, this is punch. Okay. Okay. We are back into it. So we're almost 900 frames in. I believe the project is a total of 1,200. So I need to take a quick water break and make some coffee, hit the restroom really quick. So that's what I'm going to do. I will be right back, guys. Hey, we are back. That was a quick water break. My body was full of liquid, and I needed to get it out. Liquid. I was so full of liquid. La 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 la. Okay, so let's figure out where our next... And we're getting pretty close. Like, Mario is... Or Jumpman is, like, coming up on it. Oh, that was fast. He's already grabbing it. He's already grabbing it. So we're substituting him grabbing the barrel for just kind of like hitting the stack in one, you know, rolling out, right? And you're not going to be able to see, like, you're just going to barely be able to see him the entire time, just kind of doing stuff because you're coming from the view of Jumpman in the scenario. So let's size it up. And I think the last barrel is what's going to need some adjustments. Help! Oh yeah, I think we decided not to do that one, right? That's idle, right? Yeah, we decided not to do that blue one for reasons I can't remember. I think it was just me being lazy. Turn. It's almost like a little Simon Says game. I had to change everything. Okay, we can move it up just a little. Pause. All right, let's... I think that's the blue barrel he gets hit by. All right, and let's add a finishing roar just for like the rest of it. Cool. And let's hit save as DK animations. DK animations. Perfect. And by this point, where the animation finally finishes, it's just not going to, you know, exist anymore. Like, you can't see him. So he's just kind of roaring at this point. And yeah, guys, that is the last one in the stream. And now I have to just do some tiring, tie it all up, and then yeah, it goes to render. And unfortunately, videos like this take forever to render. So I'm going to be, during these live streams, I'm going to start doing either pieces for other projects where I specifically have to work on them, or I have to, you know, do some shorts, you know, do some reels. I think it would be really cool to do some, what is it? Just some like cycling or, you know, repeat videos. I think that would be really, really fun. And anyway, everybody, thank you so much for joining me the last how many weeks we've been doing this video. And I really appreciate your patience. I appreciate the subs. I appreciate the likes. If you guys enjoyed the video series or you guys want me to focus a little bit more onto other things, please drop a like. And if you have any questions that you want to ask personally and not just on the YouTube channel, you can go to my Twitter. It's Cap on Design is the name of the Twitter. And guys, thank you so much. Like, being able to work on projects like this in the capacity that I get to work on is so amazing to me, and I could not be doing it without you. Without all of you. You guys are amazing. So please stay safe. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys on the next stream. That's Monday, right?